as possible because I've been training in Croatia. So the
Mm-hmm.
two of them and two other Spurs players, there's four of them. But I think Spurs sort of got them out of Brazil as quickly as possible before they could get
Mm-hmm.
arrested. So I don't think this thing has gone to bed. What the two of them done. But again, like Beast said, eh, they full well know that listen, this friendly was coming up. So the Copa America is where the South American countries have to qualify for the World Cup. So it wasn't a Copa America game.
Mm.
Um, the top five in the Copa America they qualify for the World Cup. So this was just a friendly. Why the
Mm.
need to go? If it was that, like I stated last night on our podcast, they needed to play an X amount of games in order to for their visas. We
Mm-hmm.
would understand that, but listen, I mean, the Celsius played in Spain for how long? Ramirez played in Italy for how long? And they weren't called up
Mm.
for their countries before. To risk your football career and to put your team at risk for a friendly.
Mm.
Terrible, terrible,
I'm
guys.
sorry,
Yeah.
but I don't think it has anything to do with their visas. They already signed for the clubs. So it can't have anything. There's no excuse because they both signed for Tottenham.
For
They
Spurs, yeah.
signed.
Yeah.
It's not like they need that X amount of caps in order to get a visa.
Yeah.
They're both playing for a club already. So
Yeah, exactly.
there's
That-
no
that's-
excuse.
It's
So
no
it's
excuse
weird.
on their
It's so
side.
weird. It doesn't make sense to me at all
Mm.
as to why they would do that. I mean, everybody knows that they were playing on Saturday. Everybody knows. And then they turn out for Argentina.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool is affected as well because Allison can't play the weekend.
Yes,
City's
and so is
affected.
City with Jesus and Edison. United
Yeah.
is spread.
Scott Carson.
Okay, we're not affected.
Man with the teeth.
We the happy ones out of all this shit because I feel Fred needs a break. I feel Fred needs a break.
I think these guys definitely, if you look at it, it was a friendly. They went to go cheat awards. That's why they went there.
Yeah.
That's all why they went to go cheat awards. Think about it. Why would you go home on a friendly? You're running away from something.
That's a mad thing. That's crazy. Look, big up to the five of you in the chat watching live. I just want to firstly apologize. We had some connectivity issues. They are 7 now watching in the chat. Welcome again to the guys from the Redz Table. You know what to do with their thing. Like their thing, share the thing, subscribe to the thing. And let's get them to 100 subs. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. We're all live and we're in. But look, Lord, I want to move on from it. Ollie, who do you think it affects the most? Which club do you think this affects the most, in your opinion?
You're someone slaughtering someone in the background. Who's there by a butcher? It sounds like a slap.
You got to mute you. Something happening there, my brother. We don't know about you.
Watch the news tomorrow. It is live.
They mirror some shit.
I think what affects the most, if I look at it, I think Liverpool, because we've seen how Liverpool struggle without their goalkeeper. Understand? And everything comes from the goalkeeper. The same with City almost. And I think also with Fabinho being Fabinho also not being able to play, and Fabinho being injured, and playing away against Leeds, it's gonna be. I think Leeds could actually win this game. I'm actually gonna go with Leeds to win or draw this game, just because of those two players being out. And I don't think Liverpool has a good enough second string goalkeeper, so I think it's a
It's not Adrian, right, Vista?
Yes.
Okay. Look, let's come on to this. Actually, let's dive into this topic.
I can't answer for that shit. What you gonna ask my fucking opinion? Don't have a fucking opinion. Don't have opinion. Counter with my opinion. What you gonna ask me? Whoa, brother. Don't do that. You've been having meltdown after meltdown on every show, Devy. You've had too much meltdown. Don't forget about me. You call me some chunk.
Devy, mute Chica until it's his time to talk,
Okay,
and
go
then
ahead.
you unmute him.
It's my time to talk. You said something else. My
Chicka's opinion.
Okay, go
Hear
ahead.
your opinion.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Look here. I think my personal opinion for the Premier League this weekend, when it comes to Brazilian players, it's the ones that count more for the lower teams, man. And Leeds got quite a star player, that Rafinha kid. He's quite good. So they need him more than we need our Brazilians. I do think Liverpool does have the backup.
They got Dan James.
Sorry?
Bro. They got Dan
Dan
James.
James.
Dan James.
That Mujer, you threw away. That Mujer, you threw away.
Jigga.
That Mujer, that's what Mujer was.
Oh, no,
You threw the light away, man.
I'm serious.
You
No,
used
watch
the
that light by Leeds, Jigga. Watch that light by Leeds.
He
Watch
was
that
supposed to
light.
be your superstar too when you signed him. And now you got Sancho and Ronaldo, they took the light away. Nah, you don't use people like that, people. That's a purpose of customer.
Oh, yeah, Southside is cocked for that.
I have to yell at the thing. This Daniel James is gonna rock that world. Boom! He's a tuku. I want to tell you, Daniel.
We see him on
The
Sunday.
topic
We
is
see him
about
on
the
Sunday.
Brazilians. Stay focused, homeboy. Stay focused about the
But
Brazilians.
Rafinha, they don't need Rafinha. They're not going to hurt that much because they have Dan James.
Yay, Benny. Nup, Canala. It's not about the Brazilians.
Dan James.
The
That's what I'm saying.
Brazilians. Guys.
Jigga, a question. You're Brazilian. Firmino. Are you gonna miss him? Do you even miss him?
Now, at the moment in time, he's off. I'm not
Fabinho,
gonna lie.
Fabinho.
Fabinho, I need more. Fabinho and Alisson, I need more. Firmino at the moment is choking. I can't help for that. He's got an injury as well. But I think the backup, the Joggers and the youngsters will
But
chase them.
you can't
for
be
the
you
top
can't be
spot.
injured for you can't be injured for 2 seasons. I mean, last year his best game was against Spurs. That was it. His 2 best games was against Spurs. The other 36 games he was just passenger 47.
And never
And
won
that's
a game.
amazing. That's amazing. He still accounts in that Liverpool team. He's still important to me. Because when he
A
comes and he
striker that
carries
shouldn't score goals, Bram. He's a striker. He's a number 9 that shouldn't score goals.
I just feel that
That's not his main
you're-
priority. He's a number 9 and that's not his main priority, to be honest.
Yeah, but now it comes back down to the coach.
What is
The
his
coach,
priority? What is his priority at the
That's-
moment for
that's
Liverpool? I mean, that is a big
Press.
question.
Everyone,
To press.
You know
He's more
exactly
depressed.
what Bram, you know what
He's more
he brings that too. He brings the best out of those characters around him. You know that, man. Come on, man. Firmino's always been underrated. You know that. Now you want to look past that, but he won't be.
I don't think he's underrated.
He
I don't
won
think
the
he's
league with
underrated.
Liverpool. He won the Champions League with Liverpool. So you can't rate the bro. You know he's some danger.
oh,
Look
Jigga.
at Big Town. Hey, bro, Big Town. Don't choke, my bro. Don't choke. Stay focused. Don't forget to breathe.
I feel Jigga need a beer. Get Jigga a beer. Get Jigga a beer.
I want to comment on what Bram asked.
Okay,
I want
yeah,
to
go ahead,
comment on
go
what
ahead.
Thank you,
Bram
Beaster. Thank you, Beaster. Thank you, Beaster.
Yeah, so I know exactly what he's asking. It makes sense what he's asking because he's a 9. He's a number 9, but he's asking what is his role. So that comes down to Klopp. It's the same thing he does with Trent. We have a left back and a right back with more assists than our right half and left half in the midfield. Other clubs don't have that. We have a striker that has the number 9 role, but he doesn't score a goal. Other clubs don't have that. So the way Klopp sets his team up, and if Firmino doesn't score, he plays him every week. Because when he doesn't play, that's when we don't score. It's not him on the team sheet, but Liverpool scores. So there's way more that he brings to the club or to the 11 than scoring goals. So he might have the 9 on his shirt, and he might play on the team sheet when they show the lineup. He's up front. But everyone knows he's a false 9. He drops so deep down that he's right next to Henderson during the game. But it's okay. We need that from Firmino because it brings out a better Salah and a better Mane. And our focus is on Mane and Salah. So if
Yeah.
In the man about.
Please for the kakajito.
If I can just say something though, we're not disputing what he is capable of. Or that's what we're asking. What is he doing at the moment? He's not even playing. So Liverpool's playing without him. What is his did you miss a trick in signing a better version of Firmino 2021? And are you as Liverpool fans comfortable with him being on the bench? His last good season was 2 years ago when you won the league. Are you comfortable saying that him coming off still makes you a threat in the Premier League this season, coming off the bench?
That's
No.
a very good
Yes,
question.
yes,
That's a
yes.
very good question.
I feel that the Firmino you're talking about 2 seasons ago, that's the Jota of this season, of last season. Now you see that firepower that Firmino have, you see in Jota. Hence the reason why he's starting. And Firmino on the bench. So
Just
the
don't
roles
bring
is
the
different now.
excuses of injuries again. If any of them get injured, like the Van Dijk story, we heard it for 5 months about our injuries.
Oh, that
If
boring
Jota
story.
gets injured and you play with Firmino, don't say we are understand because Jota's injured or Salah's injured, because you're just saying now on the bench you are quite happy with bringing Firmino, who is, I'm sorry, but he is going off quicker than sour milk. That he is no more what he was 2 years ago.
He
So as Liverpool
isn't.
fans, I just
You're
and you're
right
still
in
happy
saying
with
that
him.
I wouldn't say I'm not happy with him. I'm just saying the role that he had 2 years ago and the role that he has now, it's not the same.
The role has become
Harvey,
stale.
Harvey
He's a
Are you
Elliott,
really gonna make Firmino of? Do you
Harvey,
think that
Harvey Elliott will
Firmino is
come up
really
if
It comes to the same thing we've always been saying.
Harvey
Liverpool
Elliott
need
will
to
come
sign
up
a
before.
forward. Done.
Exactly.
It comes to the
We
same
got
thing.
Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott will do the business. I said this last week also, the week
said it
before.
every
We're
pod,
not going to
every
sign a
pod,
player of
every
Kane's
pod.
caliber, of Aguero's caliber, Kane's caliber, to sit on our bench, because whoever we sign as a striker, he's not going to start. If we're going to break the bank and sign a 120 million rand player, he's not going to start, because that three, that's
better
not
version
going
of
to start.
Firmino
No
starts.
player
That's what
walks
Brand
into
said.
Liverpool's 11.
A better version of Firmino, a pressing striker that actually has goals to his name, you will start over Firmino any day.
Jota.
Someone, a striker that can
Jota
press.
is.
Someone like a Suarez, for instance, just to put the name out there, who
Origi.
presses, who Harry's defenders. Origi doesn't do that. Otherwise, Origi would have started ahead of Firmino
Origi
because
better
Origi
than
has more goals
Firmino.
in him than Firmino. Obviously.
So does
But
Jota.
Right now,
Easter,
Origi is better than C, senor.
I'm going to defend you, but
You're
I'm going to defend
saying
you, but I think
Are they gonna write Firmino
if Klopp had to play with the,
Firmino?
yes.
Firmino, you're gonna
Go
write
ahead, Oli, go ahead.
You guys,
Go, Oli, go.
you really
Oli,
guys.
go.
You
You have to
really
play
gonna
with
write Firmino
Oli.
off. I think you shouldn't write Firmino off. Really, you can't. I think he is a good player, and every player gets a dub. But I think the team around Firmino can bring him back again. One goal can change his career, can bring him back. You can't write a player of that quality off like that guy. He's really being unfair. He does play a very big role in the Liverpool team as well. He brings that prime play.
Edbro went the whole season without scoring at Anfield. He scored on Anfield in the last game of the season. On
he scored
Anfield.
against us. He scored against us. He only scores against us.
Literally. He scored against you.
You
Against him home.
the role he plays in the Liverpool team, you're deflecting. You're using one
Any
situation
United
for the
player
whole
ever
team.
fought back.
Even though he's
No,
only one today,
we're
it
not
doesn't matter.
speaking about his goals. We're speaking about his value to the team, what he was 2-3 seasons ago, your Champions League winning season, the league winning season.
And I think
We are
that
questioning the value that he brings to the team at the moment. Do you not feel that who are you going to scare with bringing Minamino off the
at the
bench?
moment-
Who are you going to scare?
at the moment now,
Who you
at the
gonna
moment he's injured.
No,
I
be
don't
honest.
injured.
Who are you scaring with your bench?
Prem. Come up, bro. 'Cause you're hitting me.
No.
You're hitting me, man.
What are you talking about?
Please,
But the
man.
thing is, wait. I can see
It's too early.
value of them, Bram, no?
Oh, you
The
telling me you
value
don't
of
have
it
a backup
is what
for me
Mr.
now?
just explained.
Sorry?
For club system, Firmino is the number 1, number 9 in the world. For
Yeah,
club
the
system,
thing
as we speak.
the-
But
yeah,
it can be better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. I think people would have taken Liverpool as a threat to the league much more serious had they gone and got Luis Suarez back.
Upgrade it.
Yeah.
I would
I
have been
agree.
scared.
I
I was
agree.
really
I
scared.
agree.
Suarez coming
If
back.
they got a number 9, they would have been title favorites for
Now
me.
just
To be honest.
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
that,
exactly.
what you just
To be
said now,
honest.
Prem, what you just said now, we would have been a threat and people would have been like we mentioned last week, where I said if Ole doesn't win a trophy, he's gone. If Tuchel doesn't win the league or the Champions League, he's gone. If Leicester doesn't win, he's gone. There's no pressure on Liverpool. We can win nothing this year, and Klopp will still be there next season. The pressure on every other club in the top 6. The pressure is so hard on them that they are forced to win trophies. Liverpool is just going to go about their business.
You've never been a firing club, though. You've never been a firing club.
In the Champions League, so that takes the pressure away from you.
You've never been a firing club.
Are you saying Liverpool got the third this season? Are you saying what the third all the season? You won't be a third this season.
Liverpool has never been a firing club. You never fired Souness 2 years after he wasn't winning trophies. You never fired Roy Evans after he wasn't winning trophies. You're not a firing club. So using your example against other clubs, that doesn't make sense. Liverpool's not a firing club. You will get rid of Klopp when he says, I don't know if I still belong here. Isn't that why you fired Gerard Houllier? Because he felt that he wasn't doing value?
I mean, from what Klopp was looking, I will give him that same option. He's not doing bad, not a bad coach. You can't write him off. He's still the top.
Nobody's saying that, Nobody's saying that. At the end of the day, you need to look at the bigger picture. Liverpool won the league. You won the league, yes, right? Perfect.
True.
Now, what about the next season? And the next season? The next season, you already showed this were the worst champions ever. What happens next season? You can't go into next season thinking there's no pressure on Klopp.
They're going to carry for another 5 years.
Where's the progress?
Yeah.
Where's the progress? You win the league. The most difficult thing is to win it again.
I believe it. 100% I believe it. I believe it.
I'm glad the
100%
position.
you are winning the league this season.
I'm saying we are contenders. We are bigger. We are as big as you.
Your team 2 years ago was
top team in the Premier League.
You missed the trick to add to it. You don't admit it. Just don't admit it. You missed the trick. You could have added to your squad now. You could have added to your squad.
Let's move on. We can answer a whole night or go on a whole night about Firmino. Sorry guys, sorry, we can all argue a whole night. My Wi-Fi is moving mad. I don't know what's going on.
Where you making disappearances all the time? Like
but my Wi-Fi, I don't know what's going on. My Wi-Fi is feeling intimidated by Dale here on the side.
Meltdown, baby. Stop the meltdown, baby.
Leave me and my meltdowns. Leave me and my meltdowns. He baited me.
The root is telling him relax tonight. Your blood pressure.
Yeah, I'm calm. Don't worry. I'm chilled tonight. Don't worry. Look, the next thing I want to come on to. Firstly, we picked our top 4. Dale, Ole, and Bram. I'm not too sure if you guys had this on your show already, but Dale? Firstly, who do you have in your top 4?
But bro, you know what? Okay, I didn't give an answer, but everybody else gave an answer. But my top 4, of course, it's going to be, and there's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? They've played very, very well, but it's just they're dropping. So Liverpool's barely going to make it at 4th. Barely. Trust me. You don't go through a transfer window when you won Champions League and Premier League 2 years ago, and you don't purchase nothing. You don't do that. It's wrong. It's wrong. I will go with. Look, Chelsea, they're gonna start good. Lukaku's gonna do well, but I know Lukaku. You're right. Yeah, we're laughing at me.
No, I'm laughing at
the comments is out of this world. Even my wife is laughing for that, and she's sitting on the other side.
So Chelsea, I know Lukaku. So it's gonna be United second, and then City's gonna take the league again.
Okay, fair enough. Ollie, your top 4, bro.
Very modest.
Mine was so Liverpool's gonna be 4th. Because they don't have enough depth in their team. I think if they get 2-3 injuries out, they might end up 6th again.
You don't have to give a reason. You should Liverpool 4th already. You don't have to give a reason.
Don't give you a reason. Give you a top point, buddy.
And then this one is a surprise to all of you, but I went with City being third. I think City is gonna get a couple of big injuries. They're gonna get a couple of big injuries, and I think everyone's putting our top there, but I think they're gonna end up third. It's gonna be between United and Chelsea. Obviously, with City not signing Kane, that's why they'll stay third. And I think now what United are having Ronaldo, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to only you can fuck this up, you know. So it's gonna be United first, and Chelsea gonna be second.
Sorry, Oli, was that your prediction before Ronaldo or after Ronaldo?
No, before Ronaldo.
Before Ronaldo.
Yeah, we said in our first show.
Why?
Okay. Fair enough.
A lot of people change their predictions post Ronaldo.
No.
No, not that there's anything wrong with it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Don't get me wrong.
For me, it's like if he scores 10 goals, as long as he wins 2-3 trophies, I don't care about his 10 goals. So at the end of the day, look, he's there. His presence is there to uplift the team and to maybe, give all his sense of fucking, sense of fucking being.
Just before we go on, you said Liverpool fourth, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look here, will Oliver able to manage Ronaldo?
He doesn't need to be managed.
Ronaldo manages himself.
He's struggling to manage Pogba. Can he manage Ronaldo?
How is he struggling to manage Pogba? How is he struggling to manage Pogba? Pogba's been the happiest at United ever since Oli.
Is it?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Who has managed Ronaldo in the last 10 years? Who has managed him in the last 10 years?
Nobody.
No one.
Good question.
Nobody.
No one has.
Who's managed him? Who's managed him?
I'm not playing today. I'm going.
No one has, yeah. That's a very good question. Prem, your top four. And the reason why I'm asking you is because you held on to Kane, of course. You've kept Kane. No, but I got Kane. Kane scored last night. Let's get that straight. Of course, Nuno coming in has done madness. I think he's done an awesome job thus far. I don't know who your top four is. If not, maybe you might not have Spurs in there. Maybe you do. But if not, why don't you think Spurs can break into it? If you don't think they are in there.
Okay, so I don't have Spurs in the top four. With or without Harry Kane, I don't. In no specific order. I think the top four picks itself. Chelsea, Liverpool, United, and City. Still early to say where they'll finish. I don't think Liverpool will be in the top three. And I think I've stated that before. I just don't think coming off the bench they've got enough match winners. They've got 11, strong 11, stronger than most the other 16 teams. But I think that with Champions League football and I think Klopp will be forced to make a try and win. I don't think he's won the FA Cup or the League Cup, has he? Liverpool fans, it's only been the league and the Champions League. So he's never been a cup-winning coach. So,
only finals. We only made finals.
But again, you will hang on to him for 10 years now, just because he won those two trophies. Why Spurs won't enter
He only wins Champions League and leagues.
You've only won one with him. But anyway, look, why I don't think we'll make it is that we are
4 years.
we are not equipped to enter the top four. I don't think we have a defense capable of carrying us to the top four. I feel our goalkeeper's past his sell-by date.
I hate him. I can't stand him.
And
I'm a French supporter.
I just think in the middle of the park, all the top four clubs in the middle of the park are strong. Liverpool are sound. I mean, they've got seven midfielders that would make most or compete with most clubs' current centre midfields. We don't have that. I mean, and I think that is we lack in certain areas. Going forward, I think we can compete with all four teams going forward. Son, Kane, Lucas Moura. I think, and if you ask me, the biggest thing that we missed out on was like Ronaldo returning to United. This was the time for Gareth Bale to come back to Spurs. I feel in the games he played last year, he showed
you got better
in the environment at Spurs. I speak about the 20 minutes against City. We lost. But I think he single-handedly scared Man City for 20 minutes where he was so unlucky with a few. And I think that he was the missing component to get us fighting with Liverpool for fourth place this year. Different coach would have used him differently than Jose Mourinho. I just feel like we missed out there getting him. So I don't think we have a squad. We don't have a squad.
Okay. Now, fair enough. I will. For those of you that don't know, Dale and Tristan they have the worst rivalry. It's like Rafa Benitez and Fergie. Wenger and Fergie before they became friends. It's a Jose Mourinho. They love each other, but they have a rivalry of no term. But look, I hear you. I actually want to hear your take on it, because one thing I must say is that besides I think Liverpool and Chelsea, I think you beat the rest of them last season as well. So, and I think out of personally now, besides Leicester, West Ham, and those, I'm not going to count us in there because we fucked. We all know that. But I think you guys have the best chance of breaking into that top 4. And Master P, I have to ask you as well, because the people in the comments are saying you're sitting like you're in church. They want to hear you as well. So
I'm in charge. Quietly, man.
So look,
I see it.
I'm gonna bring a comment now on screen as well. The comments is on the
Mr. P,
other
you look
level.
like you're in an Anglican church.
So Pascal, what I want to ask is, look, I think we can all agree on the top 4 this season, right? Do you think, and I want to ask this to the rest of the panel as well, do you guys, but I first want to come to Pascal, and obviously Beast, Penny, Chiga, and of course our guest can go, or maybe even the guest after Pascal as well can go. But do you think this is the best EPL race in the Premier League era that we've had for a while? Because I mean, personally for me, all 4 teams can win this title. What do you think?
It's gonna be, in my opinion, Devy D. It has to be the best race that we're gonna get. Because if you look at the top 4, you can even make a case for top 5 if you include Leicester in it. But like if you see what United have done with the whole Ronaldo situation, I mean, you gotta this whole notion that Benny was trying to sell us last week to say that United's gonna relax in second or third. I don't buy any of that. I don't believe Ronaldo goes to United hoping to finish second or third. You know what I mean? He has to be going there to win. So automatically that puts United as contenders. And then obviously you look at Man City situation. I don't even know why everybody's writing Man City off. I think, look, with the Pep factor there, I mean, you got to give him as one of the geniuses of this game. And I already see him probably, tweaking something even in January to get a number 9 or something. You know what I mean? So I think they'll be in it. I think they're going to win the title, in fact. And then you look at Liverpool. Middle finger to Sean.
The comment is too much. Just when we get to a level of seriousness, then a comment comes up.
And then you gotta look at Liverpool. I told if Beaster remembers correctly, I think Jigga had left that time already. I was talking about how Liverpool were so unfortunate with all the other stuff that happened last season, and that this was gonna be their opportunity to have a proper go at it. You know what I mean? Without the injuries and the whole COVID situations that they had last season. So you can't write them off as well, especially with the fans back in their stadium. I've always maintained that Liverpool suffered because of the lack of fans at home. You know what I mean? So automatically, I think there'll be a factor in the title race. I have Man City winning it. And if City doesn't win it, obviously, Chelsea's going to win it. You know what I mean? I have us finishing second. So it's got to be the tightest race. And I think whoever wins it is not going to win it by a mile away. You know what I mean? It'll be one of those.
Agreed. Fully agreed.
7-8 pointers. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's
I'm sorry.
I know why you're laughing there. That's the comment of the year, my bro, on our podcast, really.
This is the sequel to the first comment.
You have
You have
to
to
see
see
the
the
first
first
one.
comment to understand the sequel.
Yeah, you must give the first
You
comment.
must give the first comment.
You have to see
Our
the
second
first one,
comment.
yeah. I should have said it
That's
again, man.
You
That's below. That's below.
I should have said it again.
Ashraf takes the cake, brother.
I should have seen it again, but yeah, Master P, I hear you on that one. Ollie, how do you feel? Do you agree with Master P in that sense?
What's the question again?
Is this the best Premier League going to be the best Premier League race ever?
He spoke so long. I thought maybe it's a different question. Yeah, I think. Look, I think the world's coming to an end. Like this is the craziest transfer window we've ever had, we've ever seen.
FIFA. It's like FIFA.
And yeah, it's like it's all the leagues. I think. Look, the Spanish league is more boring now. I think it's I'd rather watch the Italian league, but I mean the EPL is just stepping up, and I don't know what they're gonna step up to this for next year. I don't know what it's gonna be like next year because I feel like this year is like the year. I don't know if we're gonna step up more compared to now. It's anyone can any of the top four can win it. It's gonna come down to the last game, I think. And United is the only team in the top four that's playing away. So yeah, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. So, but yeah, it's really one of the best.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I wasn't laughing at you. I swear I wasn't laughing at you. The comment
It looks like it looks like you know what I did yesterday, man. It looks like you know what I did yesterday. Oh my God.
The comment to them is the peace
Ollie, I really wasn't laughing at you, I promise. Yo, I can't. I don't know. Like I really expect.
Comments.
I don't know.
The comments is not taking soccer seriously tonight.
Yo, thank you. We can't even get to a serious point. I really want to get to Okay, calm down. Big Dale, give me your thoughts, bro, on the title race.
Look, my man, for me personally, it's like Oli also said, how do you top this? I think there's an opportunity for clubs that did spend to capitalize on the clubs that didn't spend, you know what I'm saying? For United, there is no going back after this. For the next 2 years, there's nothing. You can't top this. You can't top Cristiano Ronaldo, the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'm just going to speak on them a bit because after that, you know, we had a small opportunity to sign a CDM, and then according to everybody, that would complete a full United squad, a balanced United squad. So for them to be in it, I think we ended 8 points behind log leaders last season, and the season before it was 22 points. So the gap is closing now.
You close that gap.
I didn't see in a while a Liverpool City combination back then when was it Gerrard? Yeah, City won because Gerrard slipped. Something like that going towards the end of the season. I want that. I want to see that. I want to see the Spurs.
I like your example.
Look at Jigga. I want to let
Aguero one is better.
Gerrard slept against Chelsea.
Aguero one is better.
I rectified that.
The Aguero one.
He's talking about the race. He's talking about the title race. He didn't say Gerrard slept against City. We all know Gerrard slept against Chelsea.
But
You all know, right, Mr. P?
On the point, I think this season.
I'm talking about the title race, but I'm saying it was closer when Aguero scored than when Gerrard slipped. Because United won it with 2 minutes to go. United won it already. And then Aguero!
But you see, G slipped after the whole Aguero thing. G slipped after that. So that was the biggest end of the title race. But yes, I think it's going to be a big one. I would like, you know what I'd like? Whoever wins the league, you know, and I'm hoping it's going to be Manchester United, but whoever wins the league, let it not be that team celebrates in April already. You know what I'm saying? Let's take it like to the wire.
They can't anymore.
Let's I'm sorry. And also, let's also make sure that all the teams in the Prem dominate in Europe as well. And I think everybody will be happy because right now you want to see a team winning a trophy, but also them dominating. So we can move that whole Europe back to, you know, type of England, we dominating in Europe and type of thing.
Do you guys think that it's going to be 4 English teams in the? I think it's going to be an English final in the Champions League.
Again,
I think it's going to be an English final in the Champions League.
All the English teams is going to make it.
I think it's going to be all 4 teams that don't get each other in the semi-final because not even PSG, gents, they're going to have nothing for the teams in the EPL this season. The English teams in the Champions League.
I think for this season, United, Chelsea, City, they would go the distance. You know what I'm saying? So, Devin, you can't talk with us on this one, but...
And neither can Bram because he's in the Conference League.
And so, guys, they're going to have
in the semis. Did we
Sorry?
ever have that?
So again?
Did we ever have that? Yes, no? 4 English teams in the semis.
Not in a long time.
No,
it was three.
I thought United was Arsenal, Chelsea was someone else. It was in the English.
Chelsea, Liverpool.
No.
Chelsea played.
Yes, it was Chelsea and Liverpool. The Ghost Goal.
Liverpool. The Ghost Goal, yes.
I mean,
no.
Yes.
No. When was the total? Liverpool won. Milan.
Yeah, Ghost Goal was AC Milan in the final.
I think it was Chelsea and Liverpool. Drogba, I think, if I stand on the correction.
Remember the Chelsea Liverpool
No,
game was it Rui Garcia?
That was the Ghost Goal, but that was the final. That's the semi-final. The final was AC Milan, Istanbul. That's the 3-0 comeback win. That was the semi-final. The Chelsea Liverpool Ghost Goal was the semi-final of that final.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something, Bram?
Oh no! It's just the question that you posed about will this title race be close? I think it will be, but not for the reasons that we're all expecting. You know, like the Lukaku's, the Ronaldo's, being the reasons why. I think why it will be close is that firstly, you look at City. I really do think that they've dominated domestically. I feel that he's going to throw everything behind winning the Champions League. His comments about he wants to go and manage in South America, I think secretly he's been given an ultimatum by the owners to say, listen, we've dominated domestically now. If you don't bring the Champions League home,
I agree with that.
Elsewhere, you know? For Liverpool...
They gave him everything he wanted, yeah.
They've given everything that he's wanted. I think for Liverpool, it's going to be a case of... Liverpool now to win in Europe. Let's all the clubs, including United. Liverpool is the ambassador when it comes to winning the European trophy for England, right? So it's in their DNA. They're now to win in Europe.
Exactly.
City is still novices when it comes to Champions League football. So, but I think he's going to throw everything behind it. I think United is probably, along with Chelsea, the two equipped to go all the way this year. And I think that's where the league in itself is going to be interesting because the smaller clubs, the Leicesters and the West Hams, you're going to look at them to take points off everybody else. And I think that is what's going to make the league very, very close. But I do think it's going to be won by April. It's either Lukaku's going to take Chelsea all the way, and it will be a two-horse race between Chelsea and I think it's going to be a race between Chelsea and whoever else. That is what I think.
Chelsea's the favourites, yeah.
I can't see the league going to the end because you are asking 6 games, right? So you take the top 4. So let's say you take United, they've got 2 games against Liverpool home and away, 2 games against Chelsea, 2 games against City. United will have to pick up 18 points to throw everybody else out of the race. And the same goes for everybody else. So I think most of those games will end in draws. And you're going to look at the Leicester, Spurs, and the West Hams to take points with each other. And I think whoever holds their nerve in those 6 games out of the top 4, I think that's going to be your league winner. Whoever holds their nerve.
Facts. I agree with that. Jigs, how do you feel about it?
I agree with the top 4, like everybody else is saying. I actually fancy Chelsea to win the league. Chelsea looks stronger. They signed perfect. The bringing of Lukaku, that front three, they got a good midfield. Okay, yes, Ronaldo also came and Sancho is also still there. These players must still get together and click. You know what I'm saying? There's still something that's about to happen. I do feel there's going to be a twist in the Premier League, and I was going to throw it to Spurs, but the Spurs man is not believing in his own team. And I think that Nuno can do something that's got a better squad of players than what they had at Wolves. I think he can do a lot of magic. And
they look happy. The Spurs players look happy under Nuno.
They do.
Exactly. There's something. I didn't even notice when they were playing without Kane. He showed that they can play without Kane. So there's something there for Kane to prove. So there's something. If you want to keep the attitude, we don't need you. I do feel there's going to be a bogey team in the top 3. I feel West Ham could do something or something that could take just to hurt the 4th place. You know, the 4th place is always so. I just want to get in. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel there could be like a bogey team, like a West Ham or Leicester, sitting on that 4th spot and hurting the big clubs to play for the top 4. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be interesting. I do think that all the teams that signed players signed well. Those who need it, they did it right. I do believe they did it right. I know everyone's still questioning the Liverpool signing that we only signed a defender. That was our problem we had last season. I do think that our youngsters are still good enough there. It was coming up from the ranks. There is, but there's not known players to you guys yet. He's not seen it yet. No. But
go with.
Sorry. Carry on.
That's great with his.
Go with.
Carry on, Jigs. I'm listening to you.
I said I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward.
Okay, cool. Look, Master P, everyone has given their piece now. They all put Chelsea up there, either number 1 or number 2. How do you feel about it? Do you think that then, I want to ask you, I know it's too soon to say because you guys have a great vibe going on, there's a great camaraderie there, but I want to ask you personally, if he doesn't bring back this league trophy this year, do you think Roman might even be ruthless and pull the plug on him?
He might. I think he might. Simply because
100%.
I mean that is
who's he gonna bring in?
Exactly. But you know what? You could always bring in somebody else. But like what I'm thinking is another thing that you also have to remember, Devy D, is that this Chelsea coach is not one of those feel-good managers. You know when Di Matteo won the Champions League, right? It was obvious that they brought in somebody who the dressing room could rally around. You know what I mean? He was most of those people's favorites, and all he did was put his arm around those guys, and you saw what happened. They won the whole thing, but it couldn't be sustainable in the long term. While with Tuchel, I do believe that there is some sort of genius behind him, in the sense just by the fact that look at the system that he brought in, right? We're leaking goals all left, right, and center right at the beginning, and then all of a sudden this guy comes in, changes things around, uses certain players who I believed at the time were being exiled from the squad, as in they would have left that summer, you know what I mean? And he incorporated these guys into the team. And look, all of a sudden it's a juggernaut, you know what I mean? It's a machine. So I don't think, definitely he has to deliver something this season, but I doubt that if he loses the league that he's going to get fired for it. I just don't see that. I don't think that. I think he's building something.
Too much times now that he's world class and that he's an elite manager.
Yeah,
I just don't. In the small stint at Chelsea already, he's proved that over and over.
Exactly. I just don't believe that they're just gonna get rid of him just because. I mean, I think he has to definitely win something, but at the end of the day, I mean, the league is always hard to. I mean, you can't just bet on it. You know what I mean? I know the whole Lukaku.
With Charles is also different case. You can come in and win 1 or 2. The next season you go win nothing and it's bye out the door.
No, that is
very.
What
was saying now. Who do you take in there?
Exactly.
Do you
that's where I was
Didn't they Ancelotti after winning the double?
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
and they sacked Roberto. Timoteo.
Yeah,
like 6 months after he won the Champions League.
I think that for me, the history of Chelsea is that he is Roman Abramovich. For me, if and you know, this is my opinion. He kind of sits in the stadium and senses what does his fans feel. He's very much about what his fans feel. You know, so he feeds off the energy of his supporters. And Chelsea like that feel-good factor at their stadium. And I think that with Ancelotti, they won the league, but it just wasn't that, as if they didn't enjoy the football that was being played, although it was effective.
There wasn't a connection with the fans.
Yeah, so I do think that he sits and feels, and if he feels his fans are not happy, he will find a way to get rid of you. Antonio Conte, he knew after he won the league.
Perfect example.
My time is up here because there's no connection with the fans. So I do think Abramovich, if he feels that Tuchel is not, you know, bringing that energy to the ground and the fans are not excited coming to the field. Yes, they bought the season tickets, but there's no vibe, there's no energy. I think he kind of listens to his supporters and he gives them what they want, provided that his players on the pitch, they also deliver trophies. So I think for Tuchel, it's he's got to be wary. It's not just about the fact that I won the Champions League and I'm sustainable in this job. I mean, that's where my point was to Jigga earlier. Liverpool's not they're not a firing club. Chelsea, on the other hand, you are never safe as a coach. Never.
I think it's different with Tuchel. They haven't had a manager of his ilk in a while, I think. Since Ancelotti.
So much stability, bro.
Yeah. And Tuchel brings that. I mean, his signings, brilliant. It's signings that fits his system.
Yeah. I just don't think all of it rests on the league. You know what I mean? The league title, I really don't, because I mean that is like between 3 other teams.
I'll agree with.
But I do believe it's how he also loses it that counts. He loses the league and they finish in 3rd or something, like 20 points behind whoever wins. They will probably pull the plug and get rid of him. But if he finishes,
but Master P, you must also remember that straight after the FA Cup loss, if you had to lose that final, the Champions League, I think you would have been sacked. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
The Champions League final saved his job.
Yeah. And start the season with who?
Chelsea don't care, bro. Chelsea can sign any manager that they want. Roman can sign literally any manager that he wants. I think if he wants Klopp, he can get Klopp. That's how much I believe in Roman Abramovich. Follow him.
You think cock.
The thing is,
all about quick success.
I'm joking, Chiga. I'm joking, bro. I'm joking.
Tuchel now.
But it works.
But it works though. Look, at the end of the day, there's a feel-good factor at Chelsea. You know, we're winning.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's come on to the weekend. Again, I apologize. My Wi-Fi is moving nuts. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is intimidated by Dale. I don't know what's happening here.
Ram, chill.
Now go ahead.
Hello.
Nah, you still
Go ahead, Pascal. Go ahead. I'm listening. My Wi-Fi is mad. My Wi-Fi is moving mad.
Oh no! I was just saying that. Look, Benny's point. He brings in a chilled vibe. There's, people are winning things at the bridge. So I don't think it will rest on the title. I think we'll have to look at the whole campaign as a whole with all 4 trophies and then see what happens.
I'm here. Can you see me? Can you guys see me? Hello.
Rocking no boy.
We can see you.
Sorry?
We can hear you, dude.
We can see you. We can see you.
We can hear you. We can't see you because you're Devy D, can you hear us?
Devy, your Wi-Fi is fighting relegation, brother.
Another show, another meltdown. Yeah, bro.
Guy, look at this lazy eye, man. Look at this lazy eye.
It's lazy now. It's exhausted.
It looks like a photo from 1992.
No. Not all the packet of cookies, brother. It's one top. Looks suspect.
Wanted.
I'm moving
Look like a mugshot.
What is it?
Nah, it's a beef, sorry. A barbecue beef biltong. I'm enjoying it, yeah.
What is the kilo?
They'll see that TV is gone. What is your take on CR7? Be honest.
CR7.
Be honest.
Look, you know when United signed him now, automatically, I don't know, maybe you guys felt the same thing. You go back to 2008 to 2008. You know what I'm saying? But now
who's outside in the wind? Can you hear that? I'm hearing wind.
I think that's Bram. Yeah, so basically for me, with the CR7, it's plain and simple. It's plain. You play the man up front. Where I think it's going to count against United is we're going to go again with a 4-2-3-1 situation. You understand? It's not going to work. It's not going to.
I feel Ronaldo suits any system that Solskjaer can throw at him.
No, he does. He does. But the whole two CDMs, we're going to need to put the ball forward as much as possible. So play the 4-1-3-2 formation, and even add Cavani and Ronaldo in front.
I think that's what they're gonna do when they're behind in the game and we need to win the game. Then the 4-4-2 will come out and Cavani and Ronaldo will play up front together.
So we'll then stick with the 4-2.
Look, it's gonna be Ronaldo or Cavani for that number 9 spot. They're not gonna play together. They're only gonna play together when we need to win the game if we are goal down. You know what I mean? Yeah. But going forward, they're not going to play together. And I think more in the league, they're going to play Ronaldo in the Champions League. Okay, I don't see Ronaldo sitting on the bench for the Champions League because the Champions League
no ways.
The Champions League is kind of thing. So they now wake Cavani. That's not confusing part of all of this. Plus now with Ronaldo there, where's Pogba gonna play?
Training.
He's gonna play in as a 6.
Well, he's gonna with a 4-1-3-2. Then we push him out wide.
Who's the one?
We got to play with one.
Fred.
We cannot play with Fred. We're gonna double pivot forever. We're gonna double pivot forever.
I believe in a perfect world that the Dutch Van de Beek can play alone in that CDM position. I believe that wholeheartedly. He can do that. But
he can.
Our uncle Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will never trust that. We're going to play this weekend. We're going to play Pogba and we're going to play Nemanja Matic and we're going to be slow and Ronaldo's going to look stupid in the game.
Actually, he has to start Donny this week. He has to. He doesn't have a choice. He has to. With Scott injured and Fred ineligible, he has to start Donny. Because remember, he brought an injured Scott off the bench and Matic and he had Donny. Donny didn't feature yet. Yeah. He brought the injured Scott off the bench.
He did. But play him in that position. And
there's no trust.
Ronaldo, I only want to see Ronaldo in the Premier League and Champions League. I don't want to see him playing away against Derby County in the Carabao Cup. I don't want to see them.
Where's Pogba going to play?
I think he's going to start this weekend. Him and Matic must start in the middle. If you want Ronaldo to score goals, you're going to have to move Pogba out to the left, drifting in obviously because he will obviously work the balls in. But no one's going to work the balls in. Martial's not going to do it. Rashford's not going to do it. Greenwood might do it. Sancho is the only one that's really going to do it. And Pogba. You know, Ronaldo's going to get
Greenwood must start. Greenwood must start also.
He has to start.
Greenwood has to start. So who's going to free bank?
What I'm saying is...
No, then Greenwood on the right. Greenwood on the right.
Greenwood on the right, Ronaldo down the middle.
Yes.
Who on the left?
Pogba on the left.
Pogba on the left.
No
Yeah.
Martial.
No Martial, no Rashford.
Do you guys not
No
think that?
Rashford.
Do you guys not think that to get the best out of Ronaldo, he was at his best at Madrid playing with Benzema. Do you not think that he would possibly look to say, listen,
But
it's pointless. You're gonna expect me to run in behind the back four. I don't have the legs anymore.
Exactly.
Yes, Cavani doesn't have the legs anymore, but Ronaldo will make short runs. Cavani will hold it up, and I think that they'll be more effective playing both of them together.
Of course.
Look, he's a factor. He's going to be a factor. His presence alone, and the same thing. Chelsea have a factor. Lukaku's not the most gifted technical footballer. He's got the ability, and I think his scared factor is his presence on the field. So I think imagine you have to face Ronaldo and Cavani. Cavani alone, is 5 steps ahead of most Premier League defenders. I just feel that we shouldn't be surprised to see the two of them play together. But like Benny said earlier, it'll probably be for short periods of the game, 30 minutes. One
When
will
they
come
need
on.
to win the game, not
Yeah,
starting. I don't think starting.
But look, if you look at the Alex Ferguson era when he had Cole, York, Solskjaer, and Sheringham. Cole and York was his main pair, but there was times he would mix it up and he would shock you with he would play Solskjaer and York. Then he would play Sheringham and Cole.
That's when you
and
play
each
the
other.
team. You don't just play your style. You play the
Exactly.
team.
So I think we shouldn't be surprised. It will be certain league games where he might, especially the tougher opponents at the back, like the Brightons and those. He might go with Cavani's strength, Ronaldo's strength, and say, listen, these are the games I struggled to win, going with the Greenwoods and the Rashfords, and had the two of you go up there, take the kicks, and let the likes of Greenwood and Rashford run down the wing. We're gonna deliver, but you take the kicks.
The
take
options
the punches
is there.
because the options is there. So
Because
Ronaldo
that's why
just gives him
sometimes
added
no
dimension.
excuse. And weird thing is, Eric Ramsey told Solskjaer that if he signs Ronaldo, he'll win him the league on set pieces alone. That was the conversation. Our new coach that we signed from Chelsea, our set piece coach, he said that sign Ronaldo and I'll win you the league on set pieces alone. That says a lot, bro.
But they have been working on the set pieces a lot. Yeah, you can see.
You can see the difference. I can see the difference at Leeds. So Southampton we won every set piece, we just couldn't finish.
I think our host is about as missing as Aubameyang this season.
And they want to blame his Wi-Fi. Where's Dale?
There
my Wi-Fi's fucked, man. Yes, Dale waving.
I'm back.
You know what? We move. I don't know what's happening with my Wi-Fi again. Like I said, my Wi-Fi's intimidated by Dale. I don't know what's going on. But look, it's interesting that you guys. I'm just gonna catch up with where you guys touched on. Dale, I want to ask you. Look, do you think that Ronaldo being there could hinder young players like Greenwood's development, or do you think it could push them to another level?
My man, push. It's going to bring out talent or further talent in players that didn't even know that they had before. Players like that walking into the changing room, watching them train on the field. Ronaldo's going to show them things that they haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the bigger stage, and I mean, yes, he's no longer that skillful player, but the finishing, the odd goals here and there, Greenwood's finishing is brilliant. But I mean, just that wanting to go more. What do we hear from Ronaldo? What do we hear? Hard work.
Yeah.
Trains on his off days, trains when the season is done. So those are the simple things. If it's that maybe Greenwood needs, hard work, then by all means, I'm happy. If Martial can learn something or two with finishing and hard work, the most important thing that we're going to see, Ronaldo, if he starts a full game, he's going to demand hard work from the first whistle to the end. And that's what United has been lacking in certain times because we get very complacent. Last season, we always came back from a goal behind. He's going to push them, my man. And that's going to create a hunger in United that I haven't seen post-2030.
If you as a forward is not going to take from Ronaldo, Solskjaer and Cavani, then you're going to take from anyone, bruh. You must give up football.
Yes.
If that is not going to be the example of what you need to be as a fucking forward,
Yeah,
Give up.
that's why I said in the beginning, Benny. That's why I said it's
I think also his
for
ego.
United.
I think also.
Go
I
ahead,
think.
James.
I think also with his presence there, everybody else's ego now is secondary. Right? Everybody who had a chip on the that listen, you are secondary, and you're not only secondary to a bigger marketing person. You're secondary to a footballer now that's done it all. He's seen it all.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
you are no longer the player that the media hounds. That's overshadowed. So now you are all of a sudden you've either got to step up, or guess what? Pick out of the Greenwoods, the Marshalls, the Rashfords. Pick who's going to sit
Sancho.
on the bench
Win last 3 years, Sancho.
because Johnny Sancho must have been the most under the radar signing. That he went from being the talked about signing to the under the radar signing within a matter of days.
Yeah.
Fully agreed.
So,
Fully
so I
agreed.
think, I
Brilliant
think,
point.
I think United. Ronaldo is just literally silenced everybody's ego. He is the ego now. So the rest of them have to like Del said, you can only get better. They can only get better now because the ego of world football is in their team now.
Fair enough. I hear that.
On what Devon was saying with Ronaldo being in there, it reminds me of when Rashford started and Zlatan was there. Yeah. I don't think Rashford would have been as good as soon as the player that he is now if it wasn't for Zlatan. I feel he played a big role in Rashford's development. Not saying he made him a good player, but him in the change room, any team would love to have a player like, especially if you're building a team with youngsters. So I see Ronaldo not being the Ronaldo we know 5-6 years ago that wanted to steal the show. He's there for them. That's his club. He wants to be at that club, and he's gonna set the bar for the next 10 years for that club. Because when he leaves in 2-3 years' time, they're not going to forget that. Because the guys that he's teaching is not guys that's going to leave in the next 2 or 3 years. It's youngsters. They're all still going to be there. And that's going to be the class of 92.
Yeah.
2022.
That is why I also said like this Ronaldo signing is it's bigger than it's more inspirational than anything else. You know, it's an inspirational.
It's a bigger picture, yeah. It's not about winning the league.
You know, I looked at him when he was training and the younger Oaks is there on the training field with him. They're just looking at him.
They're in awe, bro. Do you see the expression?
The rule.
They're in awe.
You know what I mean? Like, I pass the ball to Ronaldo. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so, like, you can check yourself. Imagine we 2-3 down. And he's there in the club room, bro. Like he just has this thing, man, you know. And now it's gonna come down to how are we gonna coach him? How are we gonna time his minutes? You know, for me, I strictly think we should definitely just play him in the league and the Champions League. The other stuff we shouldn't worry about unless we get to the further stages. But in terms of, I think this is a season for Mason Greenwood. I think this is his season. Where he's really going to step up. Now, only mustn't now, because he's now scored goals, mustn't now put him on the bench. You must gain from that confidence, you know. So maybe play him this weekend, and then, you know, next weekend, the Tuesday, you can sit on the bench for Sancho. Sancho's only going to start playing, you know, October, November side. He's only going to start playing them. He's not going to play now, really. So he's just start. They're all just one defeat right now. But I mean, if Oli rotates the team properly, then we're not gonna have much injuries, and we're probably gonna end up, you know, doing very well.
I just like the fact.
I
just like the fact that Bruno's not that main person that we're going to rely on now. It actually it takes a lot of pressure off his shoulders, and for him to actually now look for the main player. You understand? So a lot of the work was created by Bruno.
It's quite tricky though, because you know, we're now going to see now what Ronaldo's presence is doing to some of the big guys.
I still feel Bruno's our main player, to be honest.
Or are they going to...
I still feel Bruno's our main player.
Is it going to be Ronaldo going to take the penalties, Bruno can take the free kicks? Like, what is all these things? Like, the next few games are going to be interesting because we need to find out really what mentally is going to do to the players right now. Even Sancho was that signing here. Now he's like, who's Sancho all of a sudden? So is that mentally
walking up from
gonna get
right?
We're gonna see now.
What do you think, Jigga? What do you think? I want to hear your opinion.
Okay.
Ronaldo came to the Premier League to United. It's massive for everything, for everyone, for the whole Premier League. It's a boost. It's just something. There's just one player to uplift the whole Premier League. Just think about it. City had a run, so everybody was chasing City on the time. Then Liverpool chased City. There was competition. Just one person come to the Premier League can uplift not just his own club, but the whole Premier League. I'm looking forward to deals like the Lukaku and the Van Dijks, the Ronaldo and the Van Dijks, for example, the big players, Aspilicueta, the Stones, there's big battles coming up. I'm looking forward to this, and I can see this one player. Just think about, I'm being straight. Just think about it. You're playing. You're not gonna say you're playing United. You're playing Ronaldo tomorrow. What must you do already on one person? You must go do homework. Straight talk. Yeah. You must go do homework. You know what I'm saying? Now you've got this problem, and now you've got the rest of the problem. So you uplifting every team. Every team is coming like a big deal now. I can tell you this much. I am seriously looking forward to this deal. He's a good player. He's the best in the world. He's got the titles. The proof is there. You can't argue it. You can't debate it. But I am looking forward now because now he's finally there. And it's other big name players as well. It's like you guys have been saying earlier on. He will be the limelight. But there's other players in the team that was shining that wants to still outshine him. There's still opportunity for other players to take on. Yeah, Ronaldo's in this league. Because I can tell you this much, me as a Liverpool supporter, it's time for Mane and Salah to show much more. Because here's Ronaldo. There's Son, there's Kane, there's Lukaku. You need to show much more. Ronaldo's here. That's the way I'm seeing it from my point of view. So the Premier League for me, there's going to be much more electrifying. And I can guarantee you, you're not going to get any more dopey game. Every game you want to see, because it's going to have to be the improvement of every team when it comes to the big top four, or when it comes to playing on Ronaldo and the cities, the issues, the brainers. It's there. The sparks is there, and the fans coming back. We miss that, guys. We really miss that. It makes a difference. It drives the teams. So, with that being said, all of us coming back to the Premier League. I am so for looking to the league. I can't wait for the first derby to come. I can't wait for Man United and Man City.
Not long now, bro. It's not long now. It's not long now. It's not long now. It's not long now.
Yeah, no, it's not long now.
You need to make your mind up, bro, where you want to be.
Nah, man, I moved closer to the router, man. My apologies. I'm here. Don't worry. Look, before we continue, Bram needs to jump out. My brother, thanks again for jumping on. Bram, any final thoughts from your side, my bro? It was awesome. We'll definitely do this again soon.
No problem, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a bit of variety here with a Liverpool fan being on as well. So thank you very much, man. I'll definitely subscribe to your channel. Make an odd appearance here and there. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. And enjoy the game this weekend.
Yeah, lastly before you go, give me your prediction. Crystal Palace, Spurs, a couple of players out. Remember, Patrick Vieira has never lost against Spurs, right? Just saying.
I'm going for 1-1. I'm going for 1-1. 1-1.
Okay.
Wow.
Love, my bro. Enjoy your evening again. Once again, thank you. We'll touch again base when it comes to the North London derby in a few weeks' time. But again, thanks a lot, my guy.
You can't even touch me on top of the league at the moment. What do you want to touch? What do you want to touch? See you guys.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, my guy. Look. Let's carry on. I've moved literally right next to the Wi-Fi now, so surely nothing mad is gonna happen over here.
Where you are you sure?
Nah, I'm in study, my guy. I don't want to even show you what the study looks like, my bro. I had to move. It's madness.
We need to know.
Yeah, look. I don't know where did we stop off. So Newcastle United. Did you guys do predictions?
Not yet.
Okay. So let's dive into it. Predictions for United Newcastle. Let's go. Any one of the three of you can start.
4-0. Ronaldo to Bruno to
United 2-1.
Portuguese.
2-1.
United winning
5-0.
That is only a 5 next.
It can be a 5-0. It can definitely be a 5-0. But
I'm with Dale on
giving it
that
to
one.
Newcastle.
Hell, you're going
I don't
3.
know.
Solid 3-0.
3
I don't
no.
see
Scoring
Newcastle
leader.
having much of the ball. I don't see Newcastle
scoring
having
leader?
much of the ball. Ronald also has a good prediction there. That penalty that
3-1.
Wilson's going to score. So it's I'm leading towards 3-1, 3-0. So, but I don't see Ronaldo on the score sheet. I see Greenwood, Pogba, and Bruno. No Ronaldo.
The question is Ronaldo going to start or is he going to?
I don't think he'll start. I think
definitely
I don't
starting.
think he'll start. I think he'll
He's
come on.
definitely trained.
Why not
He's
starting?
starting.
He's been here 4 training sessions. Why not
Doesn't
starting?
matter. He's Ronaldo. He's
Who
starting.
you get, now? Who's now,
He's
now who was
Ronaldo. He's Ronaldo.
now who was the now okay? Who was the bad player that you take out that was starting all the time? Now who do you take out? So Greenwood,
Doesn't
he
matter.
didn't
It's
do
not gonna be
a good
Greenwood.
enough job.
It's
Take
not
him
going
out.
to be Greenwood. It's not going to be
Now
Greenwood.
who do you take
But
out?
it's Ronaldo.
It's how Daniel
Dan
James
James isn't
remember.
there. Dan James started 2 of our
That's
3 games. Dan James started 2 of our 3 games.
what I'm
Sancho
saying. Right?
not gonna start.
You sold him now.
I agree with him that say that Pogba, Ronaldo, Greenwood. I don't think Sancho's going to start. Pogba, Ronaldo, Greenwood's our front 3.
I don't see
I also
Ronaldo.
think
If he
so.
does start, he's still not gonna score.
Okay. Fair enough. Look, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All issues are sorted. Now let's move on, Master P. Chelsea, Aston Villa. Last year, you guys lost this fixture. I think you lost it. I'm not too sure.
It was the end of the season.
That was the last game of the season. Huh?
Yeah. We lost.
How do you see this one going this time around?
Prediction, you mean?
Yeah, and the game itself.
3-0.
3-0.
Remember,
Well, doesn't
Martinez is out now. Martinez is not there.
It doesn't matter.
But it's actually, yeah.
It doesn't matter where.
Second keeper. They have a good second keeper.
Lukaku, nice tier. He's okay, but Lukaku's out.
Why is Lukaku?
Lukaku's out.
He's got a thigh injury.
Oh, he's got a thigh.
Yo, his thigh is my whole body.
Really? That's your
It's a penny injury.
You remember you saw a player superstar, but injuries also your friend, eh?
Bro, did you see Timo Werner's miss, man? For Germany.
Horrible.
Ah.
Yeah, but
I didn't see
he
it.
scored after that.
He scored
Scored
a
after
cut goal after that, bruh. But
Yeah, but he's
yo,
not
I didn't watch. I
that's
didn't see.
yo, you must. It's another sitter, man. This man is the king of sitters.
Did you see
He's literally open for merchant.
Did you see Van Dijk injury almost, eh? Very bad.
Yeah, at the
Nearly,
end,
I was late,
I
man.
saw that. I saw
Nah.
that. The goal.
But he said, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm coming,
On the view, when
Amazing.
they, interviewed him, he said, I'm fine.
I'm coming on to that. So yeah, Master P, your prediction, you were saying?
3-0 to Chelsea. It doesn't matter who's playing or where the game is being played. You can play it at Soccer City for all I care. It's gonna be easy. So, there's level to this, as you know. So that's my
Master P.
They played on Steven Regan if you want.
Dale, can you remember how pessimistic Pascal used to be? Can you remember? Can you remember how pessimistic Pascal used to be?
Who's Werner?
Yeah,
Oh, Timo Werner, other Werner.
Can you remember? Look at him now, man. The man has got a newfound confidence, my man. Yo.
This is not the Master P I remember, but I'm liking this one.
No. Master Key is top of the fucking world, bro. Master Key is top of the world.
Oh, Dale.
We all just loving
Anyway, for me, Liverpool and Leeds, I think personally, this is going to be a feisty game. Definitely, I feel this is going to be a feisty game simply just because Leeds, for me, this is actually their big fixture where they actually have fans back in the game. Jigs, I want to come on to your thoughts of the game, and then Beaster, you, of course, and then you guys can just give me your predictions as well.
Without my Brazilians, I do fancy winning. I'm gonna go for 2-0 against Leeds. I don't step. They're also losing star players. I think Rafinha is their main star
One,
player.
that's the only one.
Yeah, but I mean, he thrives them. He pushes them. He comes on the left, I think, and he cuts in. and he's a very big player for them. And I do think that we do have the players to back up this whole with other Brazilians playing. I think Thiago can start this weekend as well. Henderson is there. Harvey is doing well with that trio in front. And I can tell you, definitely with the Mane, Jota, and Salah, you can't write us off. So I'm confident. I'm happy. We can even risk Van Dijk also.
Who's your keeper? Who's your keeper?
What's it? He's the what's the other youngster man who's doing well in the preseason.
Keller, yeah.
Keller.
Sorry guys.
Whose phone is that?
Someone's phone.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Definitely Jigga. The light still shines in me. That's Jigga. That's definitely
Jigga. Music, you can hear that music.
There's a part of me.
Anyways,
sorry guys, my phone is ringing, man. My phone is ringing now. Sorry, man.
That's a misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding, yeah.
Guys,
Milk ink, man. Milk ink. Milk ink in the building.
Live.
I need to phone back. 2-0, Liverpool.
You are misunderstanding, lady.
Okay, pull it back. No worries. Oh, you're still bouncing out, my guy. Yeah, sure, he's gone. Beaster, your thoughts?
I think Alisson for us is the biggest knock of the lot. So I don't think Fabinho cannot be replaced. So I think Henderson, Thiago, we can use him in the holding role. Our keeper is going to be an issue, especially with set pieces, even though Van Dijk is there. So I do see Leeds being a threat, but I don't see them scoring. So 2-0, a scrapey 2-0. Could be 1-0, but we might just edge it with 2-0. But I don't see us dominating the game because I still see Leeds playing the Bielsa game where they come at you and that's what we want. Yes. But we want that when we have our full strength side. So if we don't have our Alisson, it's risky taking that attack from opponents like Leeds and banking on Keller or Adrian in the polls to save you. Because we know Alisson, what he's capable of, and the confidence he brings for us playing from the back. So Van Dijk is there, but it only works right when Van Dijk and Alisson is there. For us to play from the back and have that dominance there at the back. So I still see us getting the 3 points, but I don't see it being an easy fixture. Because Bamford still needs to prove himself this season also.
I feel Bamford going to England is going to be a factor in this game. I really think so.
And I also think that Van Dijk is not at his best, man. He's not.
Man is brilliant. Man has been brilliant, bro.
He has been brilliant. I mean,
he has been brilliant ever since he came back.
I mean, the Van Dijk, I know. I'm not scared of this one that I see now, to be honest.
Big Dell, how do you see that game going, my guy?
Each to its own.
Which game, my man?
The Liverpool and Leeds one, my bro.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's difficult when you lose your keeper. You know, your starting keeper, and I think when Adrian came in, his first couple of games was good. If my memory serves me correct, it was good. But of course, the Adrian that I know now, why are you laughing? How big is Big Dale?
No. Something happened here, man. Something happened here.
Yeah, so that's gonna be dodgy. You know, there's nothing worse than a dodgy goalkeeper in the Premier League. I do not like that.
He's brilliant or he's cuck. That's Adrian. He doesn't give you a
there's no middle ground with him.
Firmino's out, but like you said, you have Jota that's there, and Fabinho. Fabinho's will cause a bigger loss and stuff like that. But Liverpool will win. But let's not, like Jigger done earlier on, look at the fact that Daniel James won't be a threat. He will definitely be a threat. And Patrick Bamford, he had a couple of minutes with the England squad. I think he's going to be fresh. So a good game. It's a dull weekend for me, for football. I think the only big one is Leicester City. But I'm pretty sure the big teams going to this game will win. Not comfortably, but they will win.
Fair enough. Ollie, how do you see it going, my bro?
Which game is this now?
Leeds and Liverpool.
Liverpool.
I think Liverpool, that's going to be a 1-1. Or it's going to be a Leeds win. one of the two. But I don't
There's
see
no-
Liverpool winning. I don't see Liverpool winning that game.
Okay. Master P?
I think it would be a scrap like Beaster said. I don't think it would be an easy game, right? Obviously, but it would be one of those 2-1 type of games. So I'd go 2-1 to Liverpool.
Okay. Fair enough.
They should have quality to deal with it. So, yeah.
Do we really want to talk about this shit now, honestly? Whoever this Craig Oliver guy is, he should be fired and shot in the face. Are we really going to go there, the relegation 6-pointer? What?
Nah, leave them, man. Leave them.
Davey,
Leave
but
them.
Norwich at home, you couldn't have asked for anything better. Who else would you have wanted in the league now at this stage?
Look, let me put it to you like this. This man has broken records for all the wrong reasons for the past year, and he's already breaking records left, right, and center. When stats like that come out, Norwich haven't won for 23 games in London. Mikel Arteta says, hold my beer. So, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. So, I'm looking for positivity from you guys, but I don't know. I just feel some madness is going to give this weekend. I mean, really, like, I don't know. My heart says 3-0, but I don't know. You were saying
Davey, I was obviously watching the training and stuff like that, and it's like I was actually happy to see the guys like dueling.
They always like that on training, my brother. That's where they score the best goals on training. Don't be too high by it.
What stood out to me was I'm happy that there's Rob Holding, like you said, Rob Holding won't be starting this weekend. So I think the Gabriel, I've always loved Gabriel and Ben White.
Is he back? Is he back?
Yeah, they're both back. Parties back. I think you guys have your full strength team back this, and I think if you guys can build on this full strength team, look, like you said, every 3 games, I think you guys will bounce back. I just feel like Arsenal will bounce back.
He has to in my book. The next 3 games I won 9 points, nothing less will do.
And this is the perfect, because Norwich also don't have a point. They have 1 goal in their 3 games, so they also have like a reason to win a game. So I see it being an interesting game because they're going to be pressing as well as Arsenal. But I'm going to stick with Arteta, like I said, for the past 3 weeks. I see them getting the 3 points. So I see them getting the 3 points.
What business does we have now here?
He's a closet kind of fucking supporter, bro.
Is this now Beast now the stoop, or is this Beast?
This is no, that's yes. That's podcast Beast is a closet bitch.
Look, we have to win. Let's be real, we have to win. But look,
to Beast is the honest Beast that I love.
We really, I had my Wi-Fi issues, but I really want to thank you guys for keeping it going. I really appreciate it, honestly. But eventually I got an balance and found inner peace on the side. So I'll start with the final thoughts. Beaster, any final thoughts from you, my bro?
Now, it was good having the insight of the other side of the table, like the Redz Table, Dale and Ollie and Bram. It was good having you guys on the show.
I'm moving mad again.
I really enjoyed myself.
I told you to put that router under your armpit, bro. I told you. I told you.
Yeah, and also the guys in the comments, really today, you guys were different level. I think you're just showing off to the guests because we never allowed this much.
Never like
just
this.
us.
Never like this.
But yeah, big ups to the guys in the comments. It might not seem that way, but you guys play a big role in the show. So if there's no comments and it's just us, it's not that much fun. So go. I don't know if. So yeah, thanks a lot to the rest. Thanks to everyone on the show. I really enjoyed myself. Thanks, Devy D. And we look forward to Saturday for some more domestic football and not this international popo.
International popo. Penny B, final thoughts, my bro?
I'm just very happy that I finally got to do a podcast with Tail again. I know we didn't do one in a very long time, but it has been amazing, as always. Nice to finally meet you, Mr. Ollie. You and Bram, I love the insight. I love the football mind. It's been awesome, gents. I hope it's not the last, and looking forward to joining your channel as well. We are there for our special guest appearances, hey, Beaster? Come on, like, they don't have a Liverpool. Anyways, on to the next one. Thank you to those in the comments, though. You guys are lit and you make the show. You guys are the show. Thank you.
True. Couldn't have said it any better. The comments was on another level, just as the guest that we had on this show as well. It was really an awesome show. I have to admit. Master P, final thoughts, my bro?
Yeah, obviously the show was late today. It was nice to meet Dale's crew from the other side. Oli Bram. Hope we're gonna do this again soon. As for Big Dale, you know the first podcast, I asked for Big Dale to come back. Because he had made a moomish a couple of months ago. A podcast. He picked the worst time to do this. Like that was a podcast day after my birthday, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Exactly. You remember that. It was me, Devy D, yourself, and Benny holding it down that night. And a blasphemous statement that day, which I'm not gonna let you off the hook for. So you basically wished me a happy birthday, and you're like, well, I apologize, Mr. P. You're gonna fall to Madrid in the semi-final. But I wasn't gonna let you go. I'm a man that remembers everything. It was good to have you today.
He does, though.
He really does. He was playing. He really did ask for you, Dale.
I believe so.
Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't gonna let that go, but I'm glad to have you today. You know what I'm saying? With me chilling on top, with you being wrong. You know how it is. But let's do it again.
Mr. P was waiting for this, bro. Mr. P waited a long time.
I see David's face.
It's before the pod.
He opened the canopy of the bucky.
Lovely. Oli, final thoughts, my brother.
Davey, thank you very much for having us, my man. Like I said, it's been. Me and Benny was chatting in 2 weeks ago and stuff like that. It was, the fact that we went out different ways.
He really waited long. No, you waited.
You waited, yeah.
Wow.
You waited. So coming back to the show reminds me when Paul
started. He really waited, young.
Yeah, he did. But Beaster, Benny, my homies from the plane. I really appreciate it. It's very nice seeing you guys again. You know what I'm saying? I hope we can make it personal very soon. And Mr. P, my man, I apologize, my guy. I was wrong. I was wrong, my man. I was wrong. But this is football. We get humbled by our big mouth. So, but I will not stop with that. I will continue the season.
Done. Yeah, we need that. We need that, bro.
I'll apologize. And of course, only from our side and outside of the table, we're going to be definitely inviting you guys onto our show very, very soon. Everybody in the comments, it's nice to see names like, Craig, James, aka James Bottom Tooth, Thriller, Ronald, everybody else. So yeah, thanks a lot from my side, and thank you, Devy D TV, for having us.
Ale, your final thoughts, my man.
Might be true.
Yeah, James. Yeah, James, it was lekker. It was fun. It was like, it was just lekker, man. Now you guys have other audience.
It's therapy, now.
You guys have other audience, now your audience is next level. Your audience now is the lekker. So it's lekker too. I was just telling my brother that, we always tend to watch these UK shows and all this. Like I'm one of them, I'm one of them to watch these shows, and we can only grow, if we actually support each other, if we watch our own shows, and bring our football knowledge, because we have a lot of people here with the football knowledge, a lot of us, obviously we bring character, we bring fun to it, But we don't always have to be serious. But it's good that we are there. We're doing this. We can only grow from here. And so I'm hoping for you guys, your show grow even further. And our show we're also doing well. So yeah, I'm happy that you guys had us on the show. TV, Mr. K, Mr. P, was nice knowing you, bro. Quite a nice character there. And Beaster, you mustn't be so quiet, man. You mustn't be so quiet, Beaster. Man, the shirt looks nice, man, huh? Mr. Chappie. Yeah, Benny was
Roxanne, yeah.
Appreciate it, Benny. I appreciate your character as well, but I appreciate it. And DV
Appreciate you, Ali, bro. Thank you for everything, bro. It was awesome having you guys on. Amazing.
Congratulations.
You're gonna say something?
And continue doing the good work. I've seen the reviews and all that. And yeah, man, just continue growing. Congrats on that. Because I haven't seen you for a long time. So I gotta give you a shout out. Keep going, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, nah, I share echo those sentiments as well. Your guys' channel really is growing. Keep it going. Don't care what the haters say. Remember, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. So if people are gonna say anything bad about your show, don't take it to heart.
We make fun of them in the comments. That's what we do.
Look, I'm saying this because I've been doing this for like the past 2 years. So rather look at the positive. The positive always outweighs the negative. Me personally, I love what you guys are doing. I want you guys to get to 100 subscribers as well. So to all of you in the comments, if you haven't slapped a like on this video, and of course last night's part of Dale, please go there over and subscribe to the Redz Table. But again, it was awesome, guys. Once again, I have to apologize for my freaking Wi-Fi struggles. I can only blame Dale for that because my Wi-Fi is intimidated by him. But again, thank you for keeping it going while I had my struggles. It's good to know that when I drop the ball, I always have my homeboys to pick it up and keep going. Of course, you guys in the comments, you know what to do. So peace, thank you as always, Benny, Master Pete, Jigger, Bram the Man, Coach Ollie, and Big Dale. And we are out here.
Thank you very much.
Love.
Peace out.
No, it's